the whole record is really about not being afraid to fail. I think that sometimes people will put themselves into a corner and they will paralyze themselves mentally and physically sometimes, because if they want something more for their life and they want to try and achieve it, they will sometimes second guess their worth and if they're even capable of it. And the fact of the matter is, I don't think that you're going to be defined by your failures. We think you're going to be defined by the fact that you didn't give up.
Right, you went through with it.
Yeah, because I mean, the reason I am who I am and the reason Eric is who he is, I'm sure the reason you are who you are, Rob, like there's got to be moments in your life where you don't win, because you need to understand like you weren't either ready at that time, or you needed to. There was some, that I've always felt like, at least for me personally, there were specific reasons why I failed at certain times. It was to better me, whether it was a physical or a mental situation, but I learned from it. I didn't get frustrated by it in the capacity of like, I'm worthless. I looked at it and I asked myself, what do I need to do in the future so that I can achieve what I'm going after? You got to use it as fuel, man.
Right. I could not have said that better myself. Learn from your mistakes. Don't do them again. And don't take your failures personal. Use those failures to drive and motivate you to do better. And, you know, what's awesome about failing is when you fail, you learn what not to do. And when you learn what not to do a lot, in a way, it teaches you what to do. So try not to take your failures personal, specifically with music. You know, like, it's a lot of trial and error with a lot of things. You can't know what to do right if you don't know what wrong is. And that's with talking to your fans. That's with writing songs. That's with social media posts. That's with a lot of these things. I think we all get so focused on the numbers, the likes, the comments, and all that stuff, where we start to find, like, ooh, if I do this type of post, right, if I do a selfie or a booty pic or whatever, take my shirt off, it's going to get way more likes. So then you're like, fuck it, I'm going to do a bunch of those. I want to do whatever gets me the biggest, adrenaline, endorphin dump, which is really all it is. Then you kind of pigeonhole yourself and you expect that type of content. Like, look, there's Instagram butt models, right? If they don't post the type of picture you'd expect, I bet you their engagement is far lower. Their fans are pissed off. What the heck? I didn't follow for this, yada, yada, yada. And that's kind of what will happen if you play one type of music, just fast songs, 180 BPM all the time, constantly. Post the same types of pictures. You start to pigeonhole yourself. I don't know. It's good to fail, because then you learn what to do. Just don't take it personal. And, if you're not where you want to be with your music, keep reinventing yourself. Don't just give up. Don't give up so early. Don't give up easily. Keep trying stuff. It's hard. If this was easy, man, everybody would be famous. And, we have this internet and all these ways to talk to people, but with that, there's a lot of competition. And you have to start to cut through the noise. And that's the part that takes a while. Once you start cutting through the noise, it'll get easier. The first 100 followers is harder than the first 1,000. 100,000's easier than the first 1,000. It all snowballs. You start to figure out what's working. It doesn't actually get easier. It's just you build momentum and you learn what works. And by learning what works, you can only learn that if you fail. So just don't be afraid to fail. Please, I'm begging you. Don't give up. I'm here to help, motivate you, keep you happy. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. Enjoy the journey. If you fall, get back up. Just don't do it again. Don't keep making the same mistake 700 times. That's where you run into problems. But let's do this. Let's get this together. Let's work together. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. But please tell me why you hated it. Let's talk in the comments. Let me know what you think, what I could do better, what you've done that's worked for you. And